If you've been watching the Florida real estate headlines lately, you might think the entire state is cooling off. But here in North Palm Beach County, Jupiter, Palm Beach Gardens, Juno Beach, and North Palm Beach, the story is very different. I'm Amanda Sweetz, Realtor with Keller Williams Realty of the Palm Beaches. And today, I'm giving you the mid-2026 market update that the big national headlines are completely missing. Stay with me, because whether you're thinking about selling or thinking about buying, or you just want to know what your home's worth right now, this data matters. Let's start with what you're probably hearing out there. The national real estate narrative right now is inventory is up. Buyers have leverage. The market is shifting. And in some parts of Florida, that's accurate. But North Palm Beach County is operating in its own category. And here's why. 3 structural factors set this market apart from the rest of the state. Number 1, geographic constraints. We are bordered by the ocean to the east and the Loxahatchee Reserve to the west. There is a finite amount of land here. New supply cannot just appear. That puts a natural floor under values that doesn't exist in Port St. Lucie, Lakeland. Number 2, demand composition. Our buyers aren't just local move-up buyers. We are a destination market. We attract wealth migration from the Northeast, Midwest, and internationally. That demand doesn't dry up the same way when rates fluctuate, because a large portion of our transactions are cash. Number 3, infrastructure and lifestyle. The build-out happening right now, Avenir, the PGA corridor, the continued restaurant and retail expansion in downtown Jupiter, is making this area more desirable over time, not less. So when you hear the Florida market is softening, understand that's not a monolith. Where you are in Florida matters enormously. Let me walk you through what I'm seeing on the ground right now in mid-2026. Median home prices in the single-family market across Jupiter, Palm Beach Gardens, and North Palm Beach have held, and in several zip codes, they've ticked up from where they were at the start of this year. Days on market has increased. I want to be very honest with you about that. Homes are not flying off the market in 48 hours the way they were in 2021 and 2022. But longer on market doesn't mean in trouble. It means buyers have time to make thoughtful decisions, and well-priced homes are still moving. Inventory has risen, but context matters. We came from historic lows. A modest increase in inventory is healthy. It's not a flood. The condo and townhome market along Singer Island and Juno Beach is a different conversation. Those segments have seen more price softening, partially driven by HOA reserve requirements and insurance costs statewide. If you own a condo, I want to have a specific conversation with you, because your strategy needs to account for those variables right now. But single family, especially in the 600 to 1.5 million range, still competitive, still performing. I want to give you a picture of who's actually writing offers in this market. Relocation buyers are still very active. I work with a significant number of clients coming from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Illinois, people who have done the tax math, who's been watching Florida for 2 or 3 years, and who are now ready to commit. That pipeline hasn't slowed. Downsizers and estate-driven sales are another major category. As the baby boomer generation continues to transition, whether that's moving to a maintenance-free lifestyle or families navigating inherited properties, there is real sustained transaction volume coming from that demographic. This is a lane I specialize in, and it is active. New construction buyers are still in the market, particularly around Avenir and the PGA corridor. But the incentive landscape from builders has shifted. If you're comparing resale to new construction right now, I can walk you through what's actually a better deal in this moment. And it's not always what the builder wants you to think. The buyer who has disappeared? The highly leveraged, impulsive buyer, and honestly, that's good. The transactions happening now are more qualified, more intentional, and more stable. If you're a seller, here's my honest mid-year guidance. Pricing precision has never mattered more. The days of throwing a number at the wall and waiting for the market to catch up are over, at least for now. Buyers have access to data. They're patient, and overpriced homes have been sitting. A well-positioned home sells. Presentation still matters enormously. First impressions, photos, clean showings, minor updates that signal move-in ready. These are not optional in this market if you want top dollar, and timing still has logic to it. The late summer window, July through September, tends to be softer in terms of showing activity. If you're thinking Q3 or Q4, let's have that conversation now so we can plan the preparation timeline properly. The sellers who are winning right now came to market with a strategy, not just a sign in the yard. If you want to know what your home is worth in today's market, not a Zillow estimate, but an actual comparative market analysis from someone who's been at the negotiating table, reach out to me directly. Just follow the link in the description and I'll get that over to you straight away. If you're a buyer, I'll say this. The window right now is genuinely better than it's been in 4 years. You have inventory to choose from. You have time to conduct inspections without waiving your rights. You can negotiate seller concessions in segments of the market where that wasn't possible 2 years ago. Rates are still a consideration. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. But the math on waiting for rates to drop while prices hold or rise is not always in your favor. We can model that together. And for relocation buyers specifically, don't try to navigate this market remotely on your own. I offer a dedicated relocation strategy call where we map out your timeline, your target neighborhoods, your non-negotiables, and how to compete effectively in this specific market. That link is also in the description. North Palm Beach County is not the Florida market you're reading about in the national headlines. It's a distinct, resilient, and very desirable place to own real estate. My job is to make sure you have a real picture, not the headline, not the algorithm's version, so that you can make the best decision for your family and for your financial future. I'm Amanda Sweetz, Realtor with Keller Williams Realty of the Palm Beaches. If this information was helpful, please subscribe. I post local market updates and real estate education for this community every week. And if you have questions, drop them in the comments. I read every single one. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself and remember, your next chapter is your best.